Yep. As you might tell, I've been on this save for quite some time. It's been my main save for Football Manager 2017, and this is the reason why the Alfreton Town save just didn't happen at all, really, because Nykøbing happened instead. And we're now in 2036, going into my 20th year in charge at the football club. In fact, it will be 20 years when it gets to the 1st of July. Yeah, 20 years. And this is the longest save that I've done single-handedly. I know, obviously, I've done Dare to Dream that went up to like 2040 odd. But this, obviously, I've done the day-to-day running of the club for 20 years now. I am using the CFM skin 0.06. Sorry, the CFM skin 0.6, and then I've done my own adjustments to it that maybe I can show you. Maybe if we just choose a random team, maybe the players, really old players, 35. No, the 35-year-old is a regen. Oh god, okay. Staff, maybe? Wonder if I've got a... Yeah, that's my staff, by the way. Yeah. No. I've made my own tweaks to it, basically. So, the default faces, if the guy hasn't got a face in the face pack, then it comes out as a white icon instead of this weird picture that they did anyway. So this is a personal save, so I've got to point out the things that I've changed in this save that you wouldn't see in a normal save. Okay? If we go here, and we go down to, I think, the 2027 season, maybe? 2027 season. No, it could be even further than that. The 2026 to 2027 season. Maybe. Nope. The 2025 to 26 season. I'm trying to find it. I will find it eventually. I need to show it you, because then you'll understand why. Oh, there it is. Right, the 2024 to 25 season. It was on television as well. This guy, Wellington Fernando, idiot, being me. I forgot to save his history, but what a story this man came to be. I've all got it down, written down in the the Cutsy's Nykøbing Twitter account, which is tremendous. If you're not following that Cutsy Nykøbing Twitter account, guarantee you should follow it, because it is well worth a read. The story that has developed through the seasons. If someone can link that Wellington, just anything, if someone can link the Nykøbing Twitter page that I run, that would be lovely. That would be really nice. But Wellington Fernando, he was brought in. His report said that he was a 4-star with 1 blacked out star. You know, the max potential. We're going to call it max potential. That's what I think of a max potential. 4 and 1 blacked out star. Okay? He came in as that, but the assistant manager at the time didn't rate him at all, and he downgraded him to a potential ability of like 3 and 1 star. So I put him in the under 18s, and we were like, right, okay, give him 6 months, and then if he doesn't improve, he's going, he's off. He's going to get sold quick. But then the under 18s coach started going, you know what, this kid has got something about him. This kid has got something about him. And you can see here that he scored at home against Freiburg right at, what, 61st minute. And this story has a point, by the way. Okay. And right here, at home against Copenhagen, this was the title deciding game. He scored 2 25-plus yarders to grab us the win. It was absolutely outstanding. That was his 2nd and 3rd goal in professional football. Just ridiculous. He goes and then scores away against Aalborg as well, which is no mean feat. But because of that, and this is why I pointed this out. I went onto the in-game editor. I've got it set up because I want to change these kits now and again. But I went on the in-game editor because I had to do it. We had to put Wellington Fernando as a legend. We had to put Wellington Fernando as a legend, and therefore this is the whole reason why we had to put him as a legend is because we wanted to name the next stadium after Wellington Fernando, and that eventually went through. We've now been in that stadium for about 4 years, and it took forever. It took forever to get there. Man, Wellington Fernando against Theo Stuckey. Well, I can't choose. I can't choose between them. So what's going on? Oh. Let's continue. What else has been through the in-game editor? I just want to clarify what's been through and what hasn't been through. I can't think of much more off the top of my head. Obviously, I've been changing the favourite personnel and the legends on here. I wonder what Tarek Shock. Oh, he's doing very well at Porto. Yeah. One of them things. We don't have an average attendance, which is interesting. See that? Capacity obviously 44,000. That's maxed out now, and it was only built in 2031. The main thing that I need to point out, and what keeps it interesting for me, and the fact that we have to just keep on refreshing these players, is that I've not touched and I've not looked at any of the potential or current abilities of these players. Okay? Simple as. It's like a side quest because their name is amazing. There's a Danish team called Middelfart. Right here. Middelfart. Okay? And they're called Middelfart. And because they're called Middelfart, I tried desperately for years and years to get an affiliate with him. Eventually, we got an affiliation, and I've been spending so much money actually just giving them some of my my balance. And the estimated value is £18 million now, and it's probably, I think this must be it's got to be the season where they might actually do something, because they've signed players that look good for that division. Simple as. They've looked great, and most of these, in fact, I presume all of these have come from me. Eric Lang, definitely. Carstensen, yes. Yeah. Stuff, yeah. So, hopefully, Middelfart, that's the side quest. Middelfart going into the, second tier of Danish football, and then I can start properly manipulating them, because I'm expecting from that point all the youth players would want to go there to play their football. Finally, we got to a stage, okay? We got to a stage where the players that I'm bringing up in the youth academy they're actually good, and I'll try and point them out now. Of course, yeah, they're right at the top. Right at the top, these were the ones that came through this March, and we got we got 3 max potential players and 2 just behind. So we got the goalkeeper and the left mid. I'm not going to go through all these names because, I mean, look at how many names are on here. But I'm very excited for the players that we've got at the moment coming through. I mean, this guy's finishing is already absolutely class. And there you go. We got someone from Liechtenstein. Always interesting picking up the players that just have random nationalities. Well, let's go into the first team, because this is where you'll be most interested. And before we get into this first team, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to shut this window. The birds are doing my head in. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. So, Middelfart. I haven't checked the chat yet, but we will be doing it. We'll be doing it like I do it right now, sitting down and playing some Football Manager, basically. We've got a very big stronghold on this league, and I expect that to continue for at least 4 years, and we'll see what we can actually develop. Obviously, we've got loads of players coming through the under 23s, or basically the B team, what they call it in Denmark, and the under 19s. So we should be fine. We should be fine. Let's have a look. Liverpool scored, which means that... Yeah, fair enough. We all good? We all good? Who's won the last couple of World Cups and Euros? Let's have a look at that. So the FIFA World Cup holders are Argentina. They just won on penalties to England. Wow. Could you imagine that happening in real life? And then we got Italy, Belgium. France, Belgium. So, Belgium are being good. Then in the Euros, can we get to them right? No. European Championships. Holland, England. Finally, England got some joy there. Spain, Ukraine, Portugal. I need to point out also that in the 2028 European Championships, I was managing Denmark and I got into a semi-final. That was my dabble with international football. I also took charge of the 2030 World Cup squad, but we didn't do anything at all really. We played Iran in the first knockout round, expecting a comfortable victory, and what happened is that we got smashed by Iran, and I was like, shit. And that was my kind of test of of international football. That was it. Oh, I need to point out, right, okay. This tactic that someone's made, the Diego Simeone 4-4-2 deep line forwards, it's actually working for me right now. I mean, I used to be playing, I was playing the super fast jellyfish tactic, which was this, but as time went on, and I've completely screwed this up, as time went on, that tactic started losing its specialness. And the thing is, I would go for the tactic that I made, the Miami Logic, all the time. I would do that all the time. However, I just don't like the fact that I'm playing a 4-5-1. My mindset has always been the 4-4-2. So that's what we've done. Literally, that is what we've done. We've gone from two deep line forwards to making a deep line forward and a complete forward. What we could do as well is do that, because that's my favoured setup up front, an advanced forward and a complete forward. These guys, the thing is, what I thought with the super fast jellyfish tactic is that it was getting too exposed in the midfield, and with the two midfielders deep this time, then that's not going to happen. So I need to change this, and I need to call it something else. And I don't know. I call them after song names, and I don't know what to even call this one. But we're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for the advance forward this time. Team. What happened to your record signing? Okay, so Kwame Afosu. Alright. Kwame Afosu plays for Madrid now, Atletico Madrid. He's just a great player. And I'm glad that I got him. I'm glad that I had him. I knew that I was going to make a massive loss on him. And even so, I still raked in. Apart from the Kwame Afosu bid that I put in to Norgeland, this was the second biggest transfer income that a single player had got for a Danish team, basically. Obviously, the other one being Kwame Afosu again, coming to us. Yes. Let's start with Jan Bond, because he might not be featuring a lot currently, but this guy is the first player to have come from our youth academy to actually score for us and be a decent player for us. His potential ability is still great. He's increasing. He just needs to learn how to be a wide midfielder on the left. I tried him up front. That wasn't working out at all. Next up, Ross Booth. He's been signed up as a left midfielder, and he looks really good. I've got him on a very long contract. What I try and do is get him on as much as I possibly can, and also the optional contract extension of 3 years. That is extortion at its finest, guys. Extortion at its finest. Koldovin, midfielder from Norway. He's dropped off the pace a little bit. Potential ability. I think on that kind of squad menu actually shows maximum potential, but right here it doesn't. Look, I hope he can get a little bit better, but we do have midfielders coming through, I think. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Right. This guy actually started at Middelfart. Not started at Middelfart, but he was one of our young players that I didn't think were going to do anything when he was older. So I just shipped him off to Middelfart. And his potential ability is still terrible compared to everybody else in the team. But look at his stats. His stats are so solid. He's 6'4", plays predominantly on the right, but obviously at 6'4", I'm developing him into a central defender. Yeah. I think he might be like a dark horse. He might be a Wellington Fernando Mark II, if you know what I'm saying. But this time actually with decent stats. This kid's quite special. He's a name that I can't actually. In fact, should we just call him Frag? We're gonna call him Frag. There you go. See, we had another Greek player who was a goalkeeper that we signed for about £7 million, and he was called Baxadalagalas, and we called him Bax. So this guy's going to be called Frag. Great, there's Frag. He's a great defender, but sometimes sits on the bench, very surprisingly. You see this kid, right? Fausto Guerreri. He was actually on loan at the start of this season, I think. But because we'd sold one of our players off, the guy that I nicknamed Milk, yeah, I did actually nickname him Milk, he went to Barcelona. Because we sold him off, we brought this guy into the first team. Now his potential ability's gone from 3.5 to 4.5 black to maximum potential, which is great. It's gone up. And it looks like he's increasing, his determination's there, so let's see what he can do. Also, I will point out the players that I think are going to be very, very special in the future. We're in like the B team and the under-19s. From my knowledge, from my experience of playing this game for 20 years, I expect some of these to be world beaters eventually. But let's go through this first team at the moment. Hajek is eventually going to be joining Atletico Madrid. It's nice to know that we've got him for another 6 months. Oh, it's totally less now because I've been smashing the recent months, but through January there was so much interest in this kid. It's just something that we have to do. Like, everybody gets really unhappy eventually. Everybody gets so unhappy. This is the main man. This guy's the main man, okay? Luka Koznik. And this is the experience coming into play. I knew that he was going to be a decent player. So, before we got him into the first team, before he actually thought that he was going to be a big shot in this team, we got him on an extortionate contract. Which means that he's still at the club for another 6 years on £1,400 a week. So how about that for a bit of good business? Now we've got another player that's having this kind of effect in the B team right now. He's called Ricardo Nora. Now, I was willing to pay £20 million for this guy, but he was not interested at that moment in time. We eventually got him for about £500,000. So, just the amount of money that we saved, outstanding. And I'll show you that guy in a second. Alexander Laudrup. Now, I'm not too sure what to think about this guy. He's still got that high potential ability, but he's 21. He's not really growing that quickly, so I can't see him lasting for that long, especially now we've gone to a conventional 4-4-2 shape. Just signed this guy up, I think in January, Jonathan Martinson. Yeah, not bad. I think I'm training him to be a left back because we sold our main left back in January. This is our backup goalkeeper, Nunes. And he came from Las Palmas. Not bad little backup keeper. His contract will not be renewed. He's not happy. But I'm expecting this £5 million asking price to be, I don't know, at least met halfway, okay? This guy is a very strange player. Michael, oh god, Nwabweze. Michael Nwabweze. Okay, great name. So he's a central midfield player. I am training him to be a advanced. No, we've got an advanced player. Is he a deep lying playmaker? Isn't it? Yeah, deep lying playmaker. Okay. I am training him to be one of them. Although saying that, we should now take him off that. Thankfully, I've pointed this out. We should be taking him off that and putting him into the ball-winning midfielder because this new tactic has got 2 ball-winning midfielders, and for him to be good, then we're going to have to play that. But he came out of nowhere really, and he was on the list that I've got, the kind of filters list here, when it comes up. If I click realistic transfers, wow, there's a lot of realistic transfers at the moment. But yeah, he came up on this list, and I was like, oh, he's just come out of nowhere, and I signed him up. That's it. I signed him up. He's all right. He's not a bad midfielder. Main goalkeeper came from the Midtjylland. Yep, the Midtjylland. No, he didn't actually come from the Midtjylland Academy, but we bought him from Midtjylland. It might do. This might be an affiliation right here. But we got him from Midtjylland. And he's been great. He's been solid. The only problem is that he's not going to sign a new contract. He wants ridiculous wages, and I am just absolutely addicted to saving money in this club. One day I'll start going mad, and we'll sign the greatest players around. But right now, I've got £440 million in the bank, and I still want to save some money. Scott Ritchie. He has made some great improvements. I've only just brought him in, haven't I? Yeah, trigger that. He's going to stay for a lot longer, so he's going to be here until 2041. He looks great, doesn't he? Wow. He has improved so much since I brought him in. Yeah, I've only brought him in recently. Wow. This guy's not increased what I expect him to do. Training him up to be an attacking left, but then again, we're not playing the 4-5-1s anymore. So, I don't know what's going to happen to him. Also, the hair pack's not really working for him at the moment. Because FM, in all their wisdom, they just decided, oh, let's change the sizes of the heads halfway through the development of the game. Or the patches of the game. We've still got players to go through here. So James Rogers, left back, Irish, good signing, really solid. You'll see that I don't think I'm actually paying over £2,000 a week for any player in this team, which is just phenomenal. Maybe 2.1 here and there. Obviously, appearance fees just bump that up a little bit. newest recruit, I guess. He came from the under-21s, and obviously because we are playing with right and left mids instead of attacking mids, then we have to get players that are actually comfortable in their positions. So he is training up. He's doing a really good job at the moment. You can see with all the arrows going up. Then we got the third choice goalkeeper, Christopher Schmidt. Great name. He will eventually become the second choice goalkeeper. Although saying that, he's got no clauses in his contract. It's basically going to expire. The contract's going to expire the exact same time as our second choice goalkeeper. Another centre mid here. Brought him back from loan. But probably not making any real appearances at the moment. Because I expected the guy that's going to Atletico Madrid to go immediately. So I recalled this guy frantically. I was like, right, okay, you're out. We're going to have to bring you back. And eventually it didn't happen. But there you go. Andre Urban. Great last name, Urban. I tried my very best to get this guy on a new contract. It's not happening. It's been fun having him around. We've got him till 2039. There's no real rush to sell him. Simple as. A 20 determination Dutch centre-back called Marlon van Dijk. Quality player. I'm excited to see what he can do in the future. And then it goes all the way back to Jan Bond. It's an interesting look at my first team. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's have a look at the chat then. Fourth generation louder up. My internet is dying. This is pissing me off. Sorry. Yeah, just try and refresh. Just try and refresh the stream. I'm sure everybody else is having like no problems at all. Any issues with the stream? Because sometimes it's me. Where was Luka Koznick born? Okay. Yeah. Of course you're from Slovenia. So let's have a look at this. Information. Luka Koznick was born in Miklaps. Oh, I'm sorry if I've just murdered that, by the way. There you go. Look at the languages spoken. He's got fluent Slovenian, Danish, and good Serbian, good Croatian, basic English, and basic Bosnian. Wow. Miklavs. Yeah, stream is fine. Stream is fine. Yeah, James Bond, he was on a mission. The first ever guy to come through my academy and play for the first team, get a goal for the first team. Yeah, he's a bit of history. This is a piece of history right here. You might notice that I've changed the badge. Hope you would like that badge. I know a lot of people like that badge, and I am really thankful because I did spend a good amount of time on it. It's one of my favourites, really is. B team. Let's have a look at this. Willie Archibald, I've just signed him up. He looks great. Okay, that's the first guy. What else we got? Ricardo Nora, we were just talking about it. If we can get this guy on a long contract very soon. Let me have a drink. If we can get this guy on a contract very soon, then it'll just make us just so much better. Right now, it expires 2038 with a 3-year extension. And you just know that he's going to be a really good player. So, I don't know, I'm waiting around. See if he like hits 18 and we can offer him a bigger contract. What else we got in here? Ones that... Oh, yes. Alongside Nora, we got this Romanian kid in. Literally the same problems that we had with Nora, we had with this guy at the start. And then, as soon as Nora was interested in signing for us, this guy was interested in signing for us. Great little central midfield Romanian coming out of our B team. Which is phenomenal. What else? Loads of these are on loan. Anton Berg, he's usually on loan. Really consistently on loan. It's usually Bromby that take him. There you go. Bromby. 3 loan spells with Bromby. Jens Nygaard. That's... Oh. I don't like the look of them, and I can't recall him. Shite. Anyway, he's on loan, and the loan fee is increasing all the time, which is tasty. But I expect him to move to this first team very quickly indeed. We snapped him up with the contract. We got him quick, so he's at the club for a long time. Who else? I don't know. Some of these players I will point out, or not point out, should I say? Oh yeah, this guy's looking all right. Fares Haddad. Yeah, some of these players I will not point out, but they will become just class players for us. Jens Winkler, right, I'm trying to get him on a contract, but he wants £2,200 a week. And it's like, and this is only for a 5-year contract. I'd preferably have him for 5 years and then plus another 3. It's going to be very difficult. But the positive is the fact that he's German. And the reason that that's a positive is that the big guys, Dortmund, Munich, they're always interested in these young German players that I have. And Jens Winkler, I'm sure, will be no exception. Go back. Who else have we got in this academy? No, I think that will be it. Is this guy at Middelfart? No. Yeah, that will be it. That will be it. Obviously, the Liechtenstein player is the highlight of this under-18s at the moment. But my word, have we got so many players in this squad. And that's the reason why you need to have so many coaches as well, because to get these guys all performing, all growing, you need to have a lot of coaches to at least kind of even out the amount of players that they will be training. Sweden just beat San Marino 12-1 in my save. Wow. Okay, what have we got? Any plans for a pre-season tour? Yeah, mate. Winning the biggest trophy available in club football. See, will you ever do a 1v1 with Nykøbing versus a subscriber? Oh, I don't know, man. The thing is, maybe, but right now I've got no plans for it because I've not got a good team, if you know what I mean. It's always a development team, which makes it so much so interesting that every single player that you see, they've got to go at one stage. One day that will not be the case, and one day we will truly start putting our head down and becoming... This happens a lot of times, by the way. And what I just do is be an absolute arse with them and just say, you're not going anywhere. Yeah, all is good. And then what happens here, if you've got a young team like this, and especially if this is your main player right here, you can hold a team meeting and say, it'll make us less competitive if he goes. And it always turns green. It always turns green. Simple as. Let's go. Let's win this Superliga if we haven't already. That is the current state. We've smashed it. Group stage, not good. We got absolutely bombarded in the Champions League. The Danish Cup, we're actually doing okay at the moment. We've only won 3 Danish Cups in our history. We've really struggled in that competition. But we haven't struggled in the Superliga. We've done all right there. All the rest, all the crap teams we'll be playing right now. Copenhagen in the relegation stage, which is surprising, but they are first in that relegation stage. What happens is that we got 14 teams in this league, and they play twice. We play each other twice, and then the league splits up into a top 6 and a bottom 8. And then them top 6 play for the championship and the European spots, and the bottom 8 fight for relegation, basically. I'm very surprised how quickly he's grown. He could be an absolute superstar. Whew. Right. Let's get a game done before I have to go somewhere, because I can hear things being rattling downstairs, and that probably, I can assume that means food's possibly near, because I am starving. I haven't had anything all day, and it's nearly 6 PM. It's quite a late Sunday dinner, and actually, to be fair, it's not even a Sunday dinner. It's curry. Not a big fan of curry. It needs to be mild. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry if you guys are spice heads, but I just can't understand why you would want pain with food. Oh, this is oh no, this is not delicious. This is actually hurting me. He looked alright. Was that a centre mid? Must be an under 19 centre mid. Gherkin Benley. He's a right back. Well, looking at that wheel, you'd expect he was centre mid, but he's a right back. Okay. Oh. Well, that's always good. Damaged cruciate ligaments. The first injury of the live stream, and they just do that to me. Thanks. And that's one of my highest current ability players in the B team. I might as well recall him from low. We've got better physios than it's Skelebug. Some of these teams I will not know how to pronounce. Some of these teams I will know how to pronounce. The good thing is, I've got Nykøbing totally wrapped up. That's how you say Nykøbing, okay? That's Nykøbing. And they play Nykøbing Falster, okay? I know that. I've learnt that. I had to learn it. Jan Bond, the man with the golden boot. Brilliant hair, that. that film needs to happen. Good to see my home team AGF is doing well. Okay, so you are okay. That's good. That is good. AGF. Let's have a look. Yeah. So I've sent so many players to this. To be fair, I have sent so many players to all of the teams. But let's just point this team out, and I wonder what I've actually brought there. I think, yep, this guy. This guy came from Nykøbing. Hey, we've got no. We got any more? We usually have more than one in the teams. Zilic is still playing for. Oh, that's really interesting. Zilic is still playing for Aarhus. Aarhus? Yeah, so Zilic is the only. This is a bit of history right here. Zilic is the only player to come back to Nykøbing after he was sold. There you go. And then since then he's just played for this team for a long time. Alright, let's rapidly get to this Odense game. Odense? Like Odense. Odense. Once again, I need to point out I am so sorry if I'm getting these things terribly wrong. Viborg, Norgeland, quite easy to say. Jan Bond licensed to coach. This is great. That is actually great. Jan Bond Skyball. Jan Bond from City with Love. Jan Bond Gold Glove. Okay, I'm gonna have to get involved here. Let me try and think of one. Whilst I get this, actually, it's perfect timing to put Jew from there. Great name, by the way. Jew from where? Jew from where? The train is Due from platform 2 at 2 minutes past 7. Doesn't really matter at the moment. We've got this season basically in the bag. Surely. Well, that being said, the last time out, I think we played Aalborg, and we were 2-0 up. I made 3 subs, and it went to 2-2. The equalising goal for Aalborg was absolutely sensational. It was a half volley from about 30 yards out. And if that's not goal of the month, then I don't know what is. Richie from this side, Koznik with the chest, and that's an own goal. Straight away, no problem. Jensen own goal. Nice one, mate. Thunderball from Denmark with love. You only score twice. Goal raker. Okay. You see, right now, I'm trying to think, and I can't think of a title, a James Bond title that would go with football. There's Odense equalised, by the way. Look, 2 deflections, great, good lads. Well played, well played. How? Oh no. They've been dominating the start of this game. But I don't want to go to my 4-5-1. It sometimes has to happen. If that went in, I would have had to go to the 4-5-1 straight away. This is bad. This is bad. I thought we had it comfortable when we went 1-0. Right now I can't do anything because if I change personnel, then it's gonna just go terribly wrong to the person that I leave out. It's gonna have to go to a 4-5-1, isn't it? Damn. Right. And this is where Jan Bond comes into play. Alright. The GK who loved me. For your goal only, I need to go onto my phone and have a look at these. I need to at least be involved in this pun fest. James Bond film titles. Film titles. Right, we've kind of settled down now. Midfielder, it's going to have to be Sukovic. A bit more defensive than the other guys. But, to be honest, all 3-4 midfielders that we had on the bench are not really that comfortable at playing central midfield. List of James Bond films, okay. Right. Go on. Oh. Run for it! Pressure! Pressure! Slot used to play for us. The goalkeeper that they've got in the net. Might have to take off due from. It's just too much for him, isn't it? It is too much for him. And I haven't got a centre back on. Oh my days! Really? All right. Well, he just has to play it. If he's gonna make it as a Nykøbing player, he's gonna have to do this eventually. Change. Tiredness. Richie's looking a bit worn out. Right back. So bring on Martinson, and that's it. That's it. Just gonna have to hope and pray. We've at least put 4 shots on target, but this is really surprising. Oh, that being said, if you look at the table, they are in second. So, we should expect this. just not like what's happened, basically. I must say, it has settled down. It has settled down whilst we've been in the 4-5-1, but I'm going to go back to the 4-4-2. I'm going to shift Jan Bond up there. And we're just going to go for this. We did score with that. We didn't get that many shots off, but we did score with that formation. But I guess with the stats and the fact that they are second now, this is a very decent draw. Wasn't comfortable though. Was not comfortable. We got 19 points clear. I mean, yeah. Oh, we've done it. There you go. Hey, Superliga. That is it. Excellent. So the first time that I've actually live streamed the first game and we won the Superliga. Good. So that was Superliga number 14, I think. Yes. Still got things to fight for in this season. We've got the Danish Cup. That's actually more important to me than the Superliga at the moment. Even though obviously the Superliga is everything. It gets us into the Champions League. One goal is not enough. The man with the golden touch. There you go. How about that? A view to a goal. There you go. A view to a goal. If someone hasn't said that yet, a view to a goal, I'm going to have that. Oh, there we go. Right, okay. I'm gonna... Right, hang on. There you go. That is my addition to it. Jambon, the draw is not enough. Yeah. The man with the golden touch is Juan Mata. It's not bad. Juan Mata's not bad. Oh no, oh no. Okay, it's only 4 or 5 days. Thank goodness for that. I was getting really worried then. It's not offered to clubs. What can we do here? I right want to get it settled. I right want to get it sorted. I don't care if I'm paying through the nose right now. That kid's going to be absolutely tremendous when he's older. Ooh. Now the Romanian midfielder. He's sorted out his, what do you call it, intensive language course. And he can... I want to keep them for a good while and see all the greatness on the field. I'm just gonna simulate this quick. Give this third choice goalie the number 29 shirt. Viborg FF. Nice and comfortable. Hopefully no injuries. Doesn't look like it. Very good, very good. To be fair, I could look at some youngsters, play some youngsters, but I don't know, man. I just really want to play this kid. I really want to play him. Ricardo Nora is going to be an absolute superstar. And I want to keep him for as long as I possibly can. Well, thank you for catching the stream, J-Dude. D-Jude. Nice one, mate. I think we're going to put this on the Cutsy Plays channel. I feel like it might be a wasted opportunity if we don't. And if you haven't checked out the story so far, this is the first stream that we've done on it. But if you haven't checked out the story so far, it's really worth a read. We've got it down on a Twitter page. Everything that's happened, someone just please link it in the chat. It's at Cutsy Nykøbing. CUTZYNYKOBING. Can I see your tactics? Of course you can. Right now we are rocking a change Diego Simeone 4-4-2 deep lying forward, and we've changed the deep lying forward to complete forward and advance forward. And that might be the problem right there. Maybe we should put that back on deep lying forward, because when it was deep lying forward, it was doing alright. Kind of phlegm in my mouth. Lovely. Sure you wanted to know that. This is the homegrown player situation. Great. Get it followed, yeah. Follow it. If you haven't followed it already, get it followed. It really does. Right, it showed how precise, how intricate this save has been, and remarkable at times. All right, I think we're going to go for Guerri in that deep lying forward position. See if he's actually training that. I'm presuming he's training to be a complete forward, which he is. I think we're going to put Koldovin back in the B squad. Might as well. Schmidt, I can't see him getting any game time at the end of this season. Just going to instant result this and get on to the semi-final of the Danish Cup. That's where the serious stuff needs to happen. It's a good 2-0 win with Ross Booth getting into the goal-scoring habit. He scored some decent goals for him. He scored 4. Wow. Scored 4 in 10 off the wing. Back strain, 3 to 5 weeks. That's fine. Guerri's not the first team. He's fringe. So we'll leave to physio. You know what I really should just lie back, just chill out. It's a chill little stream, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Tell us if you've enjoyed it in the chat. Sets record for poor discipline. Wow, Hajek is now he's now got a new Nykøbing FC record because he's beaten Joe McAllister's poor disciplinary. 2 red cards and what? That's ridiculous. He plays for Man United now, which is awesome. 18 yellow cards and 2 reds for Hajek. What in the world is going on there? I probably do. I think Get Stuck In is part of my plans for all the formations that I've got. I just think it works well. But then again, all tactics work well if you've got the players to do it. Torn hamstring Anton Berg. Nykøbing FC under 19 smashed Leeds team 6-0. Hey Cutsy, good to see you on here. Been following the same on Twitter. What have I missed? I think we've just clinched our 14th league title. Not really. You've not missed that much. I think I'm going to put this on the Cutsy Plays channel because it was just basically a rundown on what the hell's happening in the team right now. Let's have a look. Club still says 13. But I'm sure we've just won the 14th. Pass winners 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That was the 2034. And now we're in, yeah, this is the 14th league title. Yay! 14 league titles, only 3 behind Copenhagen now. Copenhagen will not be winning a league title anytime soon. We could become the greatest Danish team ever very soon, within this decade. That'd be good. The 2030s. Copenhagen are doing wonders in that relegation phase. This is the big one here. This means more than the league to me, because I've only won it 3 times. Or 4 times. No, I've won it 3 times. No, 3 times! Dear me. Oh, actually, time has progressed a little bit. Still not interested. Hopefully they are interested. I need to point out, Benny Overby from Midtjylland and this Benjaminson from Copenhagen, these look really good. And usually, it's no problem getting them into the club. But these guys, for some reason, are getting quite attached to their clubs. And for me, that's not on. Because I want them in my club. Benny Overby. Let's just take that off. We've accepted that. Alright, so about a couple of million for a decent amount of talent, Danish talent. Of course, we've already got like great Danish talent coming from our own youth academy. Finally, there you go. Urban Kosnik, Booth, Nwambzebe, Nwambweze, Hajek Roma, Rogers, Van Dijk, Frag, Ritchie and Rasmussen to complete the lineup against Vahe. I must say, these guys had a wonderful season. One time or another, it must be about 10 years ago now, but these guys, their manager got a award for it. They finished like 3rd, and they just got promoted the season before, and they were that was an incredible feat. Incredible. And I was happy to allow him to take the Manager of the Year award, even though I think I only lost about 2 games that season. Here in the Wellington Fernando Arena, that doesn't actually look like the Wellington Fernando Arena on the pictures, but we'll just take it. Why not? I expected it to look a bit newer than that, having been built in 2031, but it's fine. We got drawn at home, lads. Finish. Just get into a final. Get into the final. Can you explain the Danish league system? Because I don't understand. It's pretty simple, to be honest. It's relegation promotion like every single league around the world, apart from obviously the stupid leagues that don't have it. sorry MLS, but that's stupid. What you got through the season, both teams play each other twice, and then around March time it goes into a championship group which consists of 6 teams, and it goes into a relegation group, I think consisting of 8. 16 teams altogether in the Superliga. And obviously the 8 at the bottom compete not to get relegated. I don't even know how to say your name, but you're a good player. I told you he was a good player. Lets it off, makes the run into the box, and coolly slots it home. Probably wrong to put the advance forward on, because this tactic was working beforehand, and it's doing so now. As Ritchie takes the throw in, back to Ritchie, deliver. Oh, it's deflected, it hit the post, and kicked out for a corner kick. But this is it, this is what you want from a semi-final, taking control early and getting that early goal. We want to get back. We want to get into a final. We've lost plenty of finals along the way. Matthias Müller, he used to play for us. He used to play for us on that wing. Where is Wellington Fernando? He retired. He's become a builder or some shit. That's it. This is it. We've talked about the story of Wellington Fernando. And in this first stream, I want you to come up with a kind of an idea or a story behind Wellington Fernando. And he retired at about 24 years old. Played for another Danish team, but I expected him to have a long and prosperous career around Denmark, and it just didn't happen like that. If I was wiser, then I would have kept him around for a bit longer. Facial injury, that'll need a mask. I think Skovic is coming on again for this. Rogers just nicks that. That's the worst free kick I've seen in a long time. Oh, bury it, son. Urban, what are you doing? Marlon van Dijk's looking a bit tired. Centre back. Jufrom is on the bench. Don't mess about with this. I don't like when players mess about with it in defence, because something like... we good? No problems so far. Great little ball forward, but Booth has to collect. Yes! Booth! Oh! Unlucky, son. And what we got here? Hajek. I don't really want to put in Laudrup on. Van Dijk, obviously, Jufrom's there. Okay, but Booth off for Jan Bond. Because we've been talking about Jan Bond for a long time now, and then we'll bring on Jufrom. He'll learn to play that central defensive role very quick if we keep on putting him there. But look at the stats: 15 shots to 4 in our favour, which means you definitely know that they're going to equalise. Urban, go on then. Whip it in. Got a penalty. Okay, we need to convert this penalty. Nice new crest you created for this club I saw earlier. Thank you very much. I got so many positive reactions from that. Good little penalty there from Andre Urban. I got so many positive reactions from that because I do... The only thing, really, that... the reason why I chose Nykøbing in the first place is because they had a nice badge. But the problem is, it got to a stage where I wanted some kind of design on the top. I realised that they don't produce commercial kits. I don't think, anyway. So I needed to get myself a top, and I needed to print the Nykøbing badge on it. But obviously, if I use the old badge, it becomes copyright problems. Copyright problems would happen immediately. So I decided that I had to take that badge and rethink it, make it look sick, and eventually we got to a stage where I was happy with the design, and then I've got a t-shirt now. It's in the wash at the moment. It was delivered yesterday, and I tried to wear it yesterday, but it smelt of glue. So I was like, nah, I'm not feeling this at the moment. But it fits nice. We're into the final of the Danish Cup. That is what you want to see. That is great. I even got like a metallic overlay here, so it looks basically like the metallic Pike logo that I've got. Take the individual team talks. Alright. This guy's going out for 2 days, got a facial injury, just use the club doctor. Still not interested. Oh. We're gonna, literally, we are gonna sign them players. Eventually, when they do get interested, we are gonna sign them. And I don't care how much it's gonna cost. Even if it's 20 million a piece, they're coming to Nykøbing. They're Danish players. And the first 10 years the lack of Danish players that I brought up it was alarming. I've got to be honest, it was alarming. Our first proper decent Danish players, yeah. First one was a guy called Bo Nygård. Yeah, he plays for Lyon now. He's 27 years old. He's in his prime. He was with this other kid. So he was the defensive guy in this midfield partnership that was disgusting. This is Søren Carlsen Tergersen. Them two together, it was just a disgrace. It was like... It was beautiful football. This guy, history maker, the first current Nykøbing player to score for the Danish national side. There you go. How about that? Piece of history right there in Bo Nygård. He's got some lovely hair right now. Didn't used to have that lock of hair, but the locks that he's got there. Fucking phenomenal player, mate. Chant idea for Rico Gonzalez. Right, okay, let me just point out, I've been calling him Jose Manuel Rico Gonzalez. I completely forgot it was Juan Manuel Rico Gonzalez. There, yeah, I'm so sorry. There you go. Less competitive, everybody's happy, sorted. Yeah, so his challenge when he started with Midtjylland, I basically took it off that. Because I've always wanted to do something like this. And we got bloody close with Djibouti, but the game database wasn't the best, if you know what I mean. I made that game database all myself, and it was my first try at building a game database, and by 2042, it was a bit shit. I'd screwed it up a little bit. Copenhagen in the final, alright. It's just what it is, isn't it? Key player, he doesn't look that great. Captain, the key player is the captain. Have they got any of our old players? This is the big thing. Let me just have a look at this. I can definitely see one name already, and that I'm sure this guy came from. No, I am wrong. Okay, so we've definitely got Adamek. Adamek came from Nykøbing. Can see that. What else? Let's just go through it. First team. And just see if you can see any Nykøbing badges pop up. So that was at Adamek. Alright, hang on. Robert Behrens. Kind of rings a bell. Clearly I didn't have him for a long time. Did not have him for a long time at all. Oh wait, I did. Well, actually I did, but I'd never played him. I loaned him out. Then I sold him for 3.1 million. Another one? David Doherty. I know this guy. Yeah, David Doherty's crap. Simple as. Oh, here we go. Nicholas Gatto. Okay, so the scouting came back on this guy, and it was like 4 stars and 1 black. Don't know why it's saying scouting required right now, but he's terrible. He's absolutely terrible. Let him have it. Let them have him. Guy doesn't look too bad. I like the look of that guy. Alright. Albog at home. No problem. Also, what do you think about the kits that I've designed for this club? I think it's really good. In fact, to be fair, I started this save with only 2 kits. And when I realised that there were only 2 kits, I completely scrapped the game save, went into the in-game editor and made a 3rd shirt. Because Just having the 3 kits is just the norm, isn't it? So that first season, I can't remember anything of that first season, but it was soon scrapped. I think it was actually 2 seasons in. We just got promoted, and then I scrapped it all, went back to the drawing board, and got promoted in the first season. In this save. Urban is suspended, so he'll be alright. He'll be back for the cup final. We don't need to bring in Nora. Even though I'm so desperate to bring in Nora. Don't injure any of my... Oh, for fuck's sake. Firstly, Alborg won. And secondly, Jan Bond has been injured. Out of all the players. Please, please, nothing bad. He'll miss the end of the season with that. Supposedly, he was also one of the best players on the pitch. Just sack your agent, mate. Just sack your agent. That's a real piss take because we are trying to train him up to be a left midfielder instead of the left attacking midfielder as well. So he's gonna basically take step backwards there. Steps. That's... Randa were fucking disgusted. That is very true. And then Hull went through a stage where they were fucking disgusted as well. And I was trying to tell people so much. I was like, I'm not meaning this. I'm not meaning this at all. I know. Out of all the players, Jan Bond... I mean, like, actually, to be fair, I would rather have Jan Bond than Kosnik. Or the keeper. I must say, Copenhagen are coming into this final really, really hot. I've not seen them lose a game for a long time. Have you bought the majority? Oh no, I brought them all. I said at the start of this, the stream what I actually did the in-game editor for, because this is my personal save. Well, people were so interested that I decided to stream it. We have used the in-game editor to make one person a legend at the club because of what he did for the club, and he wasn't here for a long time, but because of his story, we needed to make him a legend so we could effectively get the name for the stadium, Wellington Fernando. Other than that, the in-game editor, it's for the kits. I've not done anything else. I can't now. Nothing like serious. I don't know any of the abilities of these players. And really, to be honest, it's got to a stage, 2036, if I knew the abilities of these players, I'd screw myself over. So... I know from past experience messing about with the in-game editor not to touch it that much, because it just ruins your enjoyment. You get some players that don't turn into anything. I understand that. But then you get some players that just turn into absolute monsters. Actually, you know what? I haven't shown you? The players that are really good in this save that actually came from Nykøbing. How about that? How about we do that right now? In fact, we can do it through unticking these. The realistic transfers are off, and we just go valuation. There you go. So, that has changed. That has changed dramatically. Right. Anyway, I can see someone straight away, and that is Jacarriger. He plays for Man City right now. Unbelievable player. Played for Nykøbing 3 years. How good is that? 2 million at that time, 2024, was really expensive for us, but we knew he was going to be something special. Oh, there he is. Right, okay. I was getting worried then. Yeah, Giancarlo Sanchez is a player, isn't he? Central defender, Peruvian. What a guy. Sold him for a great amount of money as well. Fair enough. I mean, Atletico Madrid also made a cracking profit on him. But I'm happy. What else? Looking through these. No. I did have a Fonseca. It wasn't that guy. Cabrera? Surely not. Giancarlo Sanchez, I've done. Bittman, no. Jack Ford, no. I know where I've seen Jack Ford from. Yes. Yes, this guy. This guy came from Nykøbing. Okay, Davor Milosavljevic. The problem is, I only had him for a year. There's like a Bayern Munich midfielder. Might not be playing for Bayern Munich now. Well, there's a Bayern Munich, used to play for Bayern Munich. Let's have a look. Oh, they've got a Liakui as well. Are you kidding? Please, please. Oh! See, I've got a Liakui. I thought maybe it was it was connected in one way. There's a Ghanaian midfielder. Might have to have a look at the transfer history here because he is a very good player as well, and I might as well point him out. Look at the amount of players that I took in from Middelfart. There you go. Have all them players. Please get promoted. If we go down here, we just look for Bayern Munich. They have signed a lot of my players. Might have gone a bit too far. For that big Bayern Munich crest. It's not him. Keep my eyes peeled. It'll be around this time because we didn't have him for long at all. But he's well worth pointing out because we're very proud to produce so many good players, and we got kind of a reputation for it now. People sign players at extortionate fees that we know are going to be shite, but they don't know, do they? Maybe it wasn't. Okay. Got 2022. I know it was in the 2020 decade. He's not just disappeared, has he? He can't have disappeared. Have I totally missed him? He definitely. Oh, was that the other guy? No, that he came out. He came before Bo Nygård and Torgerson. I'm sure you guys have caught this Bayern Munich badge, and I just haven't. Damn. Probably better off to have a look at these guys' transfer history and pick out Nykøbing. Yeah, why didn't I do that in the first place? Nykøbing. In from Nykøbing. No, that's not him. Actually, how is he doing? He was terrible. Good sale. Good sale there for £5 million. Where the hell is this guy? Oh. No, that's not him. Yes, there we go. There we go. And he is dead now. Okay, great. He's 33. He's lost his speed. But he's had a cracking career. He was once tipped to go to Atletico Madrid for about £50 million, and I thought to myself, my goodness, if I just put a selling clause. Sorry, that's kind of an anticlimax right there, but he was a better player than that. It's a shame. Obviously, they all regress. Man United beat Paris Saint-Germain. That's no mean feat at all. Yeah, that 5'3". We're talking about oh, what's his name? Gulbrandsen. Yes, Gulbrandsen. Yeah, he was tiny, but then again, he played in a cam role, and he didn't need to be anything but. No, he didn't need to be physical. Let's just modify this a little bit so I can understand what's happening in the transfer market. I've really wanted to sign Pele for a long time. Just because of the name. Just because of the name. the estimated cost and the wage demands for that kind of player. I know. I don't know. He's called Pele. He's called Pele. Go with your heart and not with your head, Curtis. Sign Pele. That is a lot of money. But I'm still going to try and sign him. That is a lot of money. Wow. 11 million. Go 9.5. Yeah. I know, in the grand scheme of things, when you got £440 million in the bank, no. No, no. Pele is no. Pele is definitely going to be a no. What else we got in this list? Nothing catching my eye at the moment. This guy, wage demands too high. This guy, I'm presuming from Montpellier, his wage demands are too high. The Nigerian, that guy's cheap, he's excellent, but he's injury prone. Valuation. Valerenga. Could this guy be a new person? No, his wage demands are terrible. Great. Let's get going. Let's get going. Try and finish on the Danish Cup. I can smell things being cooked. Great name. It's been a pleasure, lads. I've really wanted to show you and share with you this save because it is quite special to me, and it hasn't let up. Even though we've not really played that many games, I've still enjoyed every single second of it. We're going to play the 4-5-1 in this game so we can kind of take some tactical obscurity to that final game. Koznik grabbed 2 goals to equalise against Silkeborg, but really the end of this year, I've not been at all happy with what's going on. Contract. We might as well sign this guy up to a new contract. He's only asking for £1,000. He's got the highest potential ability. So we try and do it. Exploit the young player. Exploit him. 8 years at the club. Yeah, actually no. Let's just drag that down to 1.5. There you go. He's here for 8 years. Yeah, and he could be an unbelievable player for us. Even if he's not, we can sell him off. £1,500. I'm sorry. That's easy. That's so good. It's actually developed really well since we've been practicing, like training him up to be a wide midfielder on that right hand side. Frag got an own goal. Goddamn Frag, what are you doing, mate? He's on an exploitative contract that we can actually extend now. Good. How do? Right, Naloxa. You know what? I'm really surprised how many people have taken the time to watch this as well. I thought, yeah, we'd get a few, because the Nykøbing save was quite infamous on Twitter. But the fact that there's so many people here, just massive thank you, because this is a save that's it means a lot to me. Yeah, it might sound a bit stupid, but it does mean a lot to me. This save, it's one of my favourite saves that I've ever done. Maybe I had a Manchester United save with one of the greatest players you'll ever know on Football Manager of any save. He scored 102 2 goals in a single season. But other than that, as in terms of just saves, this has to be it. This has to be the greatest that I've ever done. And I've not even won the greatest prize on offer yet. Excellent. So let's just fly through this. Viborg. Maybe we'll switch him. Maybe we'll just. Yes. Okay. So what we'll do We'll go 4-4-2 here. And then the 4-5-1 playing here. And I'm pretty sure the next one after the Odense game will be the cup final. Yeah, they're dropping like flies. Dear me. Yeah, so we've only got 3 games left. We will be simulating the 2 that are coming up right now. We've already cemented the league. That was not really a problem. So we'll go for the 4-4-2 here. Simulate that match. Let's get a win. We haven't seen a win for a bit. Please, can we have a win? Another injury. 3 to 5 days. That's not bad. But it was another draw as well. Federico Roma. Good name as well. Federico Roma has accepted his new contract. Exploitative as fuck. 8 years at the club. Copenhagen dropped points. That's a big step in the right direction. This is serious. I'm really worried about this Danish Cup, and we need to start winning these. We need to start winning these in much more frequently than we've ever done. Do you have any chance for any Nykøbing player? Nah, apart from this... Okay, hang on. I wonder if he's still playing. What, he is? He's a scout! Oh my days! Yeah, so... This guy wasn't the greatest of players, but he was an icon. I made him an icon because he was the only guy that we'd made a chant for. And it went, he lives in a box. He lives in a box. Dean Van Boxel. He lives in a box. And that was it. Nothing about his footballing ability, which was not great. It's just because he lived in a box. He was called Van Boxel. Other than that, I mean, you're so welcome. You are so welcome to make up chants if you can. Wellington Fernando just needs a chant. The fact that he was just completely let down by my old assistant manager. But you're probably thankful to know that I sacked straight after. He was let down by that assistant manager, and still he came back. What we're doing here, we should be going back to the 4-5-1. Go. In fact, no! We'll swap it up even more. We'll go for Blue Blood, which is a more defensive tactic. And then we'll go simulate, yes. Let's see what happens here. See if we... No, it's another draw. Wow, wow, wow. Haven't seen this many draws for a long, long time. Draw, draw, draw. 3 draws on the bounce. That hasn't happened for quite some time. My goodness. Mind you, looking at that, we had a shocking time of it right at the end of last season. That being said, maybe I was playing... No, Milk's there, Marcus Barr. I was playing some pretty good players there, and we still had a shocking end to the season. That could be the reason why I don't. Could be the reason why I don't get so many. What do you call it? Danish Cups. I didn't even think about that. They're all my affiliations, by the way. I'm presuming most of them, if not all, are the ones where you can get the youth players from them. Certain players, certain teams. Say, for instance, I got Isidro. Something like that. It was a guy called Matter anyway. And it started with an I. Isidro Matter. This guy came from my youth academy. So great. Like, they're all coming through the youth academies now, which it's just mental. It's amazing. The only problem with him is it was a 5'10" centre back. And I was like, I can't have him. I can't be doing with him. So I sold him on really like £1 million. Not that great, but there you go. He was a guy. Hopefully he has a great future ahead of him. It's just my personal choice to not play a short striker like that. Sorry, a short defender like that. Can Jan Bond's chant just be the James Bond theme? What is it? Yeah, that is the James Bond theme. I was thinking to myself, I was doing some other theme. But then again, it's the name's Bond, Jan Bond. He's on a mission, man. In fact, he's completed his mission. He's the first youth academy player. That Mata kid was the second, by the way. He converted a penalty eventually, having seen it getting saved onto a post. I remember a lot of things from this save. Dear me. It's been my life. It has been, apart from Crew Alexandra, the occasional smashing on Crew Alexandra, this has been my life. Yeah, that guy looks like he's on his way. See, when you've got players like that playing for Middelfart, okay, you expect them to get promoted. Just do it, Middelfart. Can you just rename Jan? No! He's Jan Bond. Pulled hamstring for Nora. Of course, our first choice goalkeeper is out of the Danish Cup final. Oh, okay, alright. Oh my! Wow, 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 wow. This must have been one of the years. Wow. So because of all the players that I sign frantically, some years I actually leave out, this year being one of them. I've signed very little this year compared to what I usually do. And eventually you find names like this that you completely miss because they were in youth intakes that you didn't scout. What an excellent player he is. Wow. I bet his wage demands are mad. Copenhagen are playing today, which means that they're not going to be totally fit for the Danish final. They did win, though. Oh, yeah, wages. Wow. But what a player. What a player. Still got plenty to do, potential-wise, so could be seeing a superstar there. He's not going to be, unfortunately, it's one of them things, he's just not going to be a Nykøbing player anytime soon. Now, I know Nora will be 18 years old now, yes. He's growing very nicely. Yes, right, okay, this is it. This is it. We can't screw this up. If we can get this guy on a reasonable contract... Why did I do that? If we can get this guy on a reasonable contract, then I have no reason not to put him straight into the first team. So if we go 700 appearance fee, yep, and then we'll go like 500 on the goal bonus, and then wage up to 1.9. In fact, wage up to 2. Pushing the boat out. And then, optional contract extension to 3. Get him in for 8 years, man. Alright. That's a great start. $700, $500. I just don't want this minimum fee release. Yeah! What a player we just signed up for 8 years. Oh. Get in that first team. He's not even going to play in the final, but he's straight in the first team. That's what we've been waiting for. I've been waiting for that for about 5 months, man. That is a superb player that we just signed up for a long, long time. His career is going to be just Nykøbing. Cheap. Very cheap for a player like that. And we've still got Koznik for 6 years, haven't we? We have got Koznik for 6 years. Wow. That strike partnership of Koznik and Nora, that's going to at least happen for another 4 years. I've got no plans to replace Koznik yet. That's going to be, like, unbelievable. Where are the players that beat Ajax? They've all got sold, apart from the keeper. Yeah, the keeper's still here. Everybody else has got sold, mate. Literally everybody else has got sold. Because when you get to a stage where they win something like that, they just want ridiculous contracts. And like I said time and time again whilst we've been streaming this, I'm just addicted to saving money in this save. So one of the years, I just sat down and we rebuilt the squad. Totally rebuilt the squad and won the league that season as well. I'm chuffed to bits. I'm happy that that's happened. Really, really pleased that we just signed up Nora. Speak to that. Don't want to be selling you. Why? You know what? This is the worst thing. Why bring it up on the day of the final? It's only gonna get worse. It's like it's only gonna make things worse. Nykøbing must be wary of the killer threat posed by Henrik Hermansen. Alright, this is the one. They expect us to go for this formation. We're not going to go for that formation. We need a couple of players, actually. Why the hell is Ribeiro not in the subs on the subs bench? I don't know. Let's go. Willie Archibald. Has to be, doesn't it? It would have been absolutely lovely if we could have had someone like Ricard. Oh, saying that, nah. Put him back into the B squad. We need to get a goalkeeper in. Here you go. So Schmidt gets put on the bench. Are you serious? Is he on? Why is he on international duty? We're still playing here. Dear me. Okay, Nemec. Thank you. Right. Backup goalkeeper, just to make sure. So this is only Nunes' second professional appearance, I think. Yeah. Okay. Squad number. Be for the goalkeeper. Come on then. It's a bag. Only the fourth Danish Cup. We've been to finals and lost them. Remember the one against Aalborg that we were just so expected to win and we just didn't. Come on, lads. Yeah, we won the Europa League in 2034, so we're now 2 years on from that. So thinking about it, the big build. Did the big build happen after that? Yeah, I think the big build happened just after that. Because we've had most of these players for 2 years now. Urban. Booth. Go on, lad. Yes, it's a penalty in the first minute. Well, in the second minute. Come on. Is it Urban taking it? Now, I don't know about this because Urban I sent on loan. I didn't really want him in the side. Oh no, it's Rodgers. Why on earth was James Rodgers taking the penalty? He's not even good, man. What? To be fair, I don't look at the penalty taking stat. But that being said, Urban's got a better penalty taking stat than him. Why the hell was James Rodgers taking that penalty? I trusted... Fuck. Oh my days. That is a sign that things will go very, very badly in this game. Why on earth? Oh, we've scored. We've scored without... I'm not even seeing it. Booth has scored. I signed that guy up in January. What a half of the season. And it was Roma, the guy who has just signed that new contract for 8 years. Get in. That is really good. Booth has signed a contract for 8 years. Roma's signed a contract for 8 years. And obviously the biggest news of all is that Nora's signed a contract for 8 years. Just need to point out, some of these players, especially Nora, I pointed it out on Twitter before I did the stream. Nora was born. If Nora was born in real life, he would not have been born yet. He was born in 2018. Just madness. Come on. Hold out. Good block. Great block there. No, Jan Adamek is going to have something up his sleeve, and so is that winger, the Austrian winger that used to play for us. Anytime that this highlight can finish, it'd be awesome. Here we go. I don't want to say it, but I have to say it. If that was our first choice goalkeeper, that ain't going in the net. Alright. Damn. I can't change Ross Booth. What I would do right now is turn it into that really defensive formation just to cover the goalkeeper a bit. And what I would do is bring on... Oh, Jan Bond's injured as course. Yeah, Jan Bond's injured. So I won't be able to do that anyway. Alright. Well, straight off, that's a foul. He's got to be booked for that. How's he not booked him for that? Up and over, up and over, up and... It was definitely up. Come on, Nykøbing, don't screw this up. These guys are in the relegation group phase. Should be sweeping these. The writing's definitely been on the wall, though. Oh, that was a weak kick. Come on, win that. Yes. Guys. This chuffing competition. Oh, it's a foul. Oh, right, okay, we need to swap it up. We need to go back to the one that's given me so much success. I need to find a 4-4-2 formation that works. Attacking. How is that guy attacking me right? We'll just go for it. Booth's had an incredible game. Like, even if it's slightly out of position, surely that continues. You know what? I tell you what. The tactic, the other 4-4-2 tactic that I had beforehand. Oh, hang on. Come on then. No. Is it going to be their highlight? There you go. Calm. Calm, calm, calm. I'm really not sure about this Nunes kid. Go on, Booth. Go on, lad. Get it crossed in. Kosnik! Yeah! Luka Kosnik! Yes! Booth on that wing has had a storming game. Yes, lad. Yes. All right. The changes worked. What we're gonna do now is cover the really shaky goalkeeper and taking Urbanov and Suskovic brought on. Yeah, I'll be down in a second. Alright. There you go. What timing that was, by the way. Come on then. 15 minutes. Defensively, we should be sound now. Go on, Kosnik. Oh! That guy's a genius. Can Pyro affect the game? Nah. Right, 15 minutes to go. I think we played this right. It was quite tense at some stages, but I think we played this right. Oh, here we go. There's a highlight. Please let it be one of ours. Booth has lost the ball. Oh, you wouldn't expect Booth to be losing the ball. Win it. Win it. Don't. Yes, it's hit the post, but whatever. Give us our 4th Danish Cup. 4th in 20 years. This is like a 1 every 5-year event. Yay! Not the most convincing win against Copenhagen, but it is a win. And it is against Copenhagen. I'm gonna say that was a good performance. Even though effectively it wasn't, I want the morale to be high. I want to go into the next season with most of these players still intact. Ross Booth, I knew he was going to be player of the match. He had a storming game. He's got it, surely. Nora Seal's new contract. Big story. That is just huge for the club. Get in. Danish Cup success. When was the last time that we won it? That has been a long time since we've won that competition. That's a long time. That's 5 years. Wow. 5 years since we last won that trophy. I'm very pleased with that. Right, and that is a great time to end the stream. I'm going to save it up, and I'll say goodbye. That was great. I'm so glad that I decided to just jump in and just live stream it. If you haven't seen Cutsy Nykøbing on Twitter, then go and check it out. It's got all the story from the 20 years that I've played. And the next competitive game that I will have, I'll have sat 20 years in that job. Wow. Alright, see you later, guys.